Minnow and I are back on the CDT. I say Minnow and I because Alex and I have decided to split up. We just think that it's beneficial to be out here on our own without having the weight of somebody else on your shoulders. Even if you are a quarter of a mile apart or even a mile apart, that other person is still on your mind. You're thinking about that other person and how they're doing and what their expectations are and stuff like that. So we don't have that weight on our shoulders for this section that we're going to do. It's about 40 miles. It's a good little section to do all on our own. He has taken Echo and I have taken Minnow. And we also believe that it's good for your mental health. Before I started hanging out with this new group of friends, I would only go hiking on myself, and I enjoy that much better than hiking with other people. No two people are the same, so you're always moving at different speeds, you have different expectations, you have different thoughts. And that being said, hiking with somebody else is really healthy for me. It helps me grow in those areas that I need to grow in, so that's good. But being on my own is also really good, and it's going to give me the time to actually have my own energy space and have my own thoughts and not have to worry about somebody else, and just be able to process things on my own time. And I also feel like that I have time to talk to you guys. Hiking with Alex, I love him and he's amazing. He is just learning how to let things go, to not be in control, to not worry about getting to the finish line. The finish line being Canada. Those aren't my goals out here. My goal, number one goal, is to heal. My second goal is to film that. My third goal is to have a healthy relationship after this with me and Alex. And my fourth goal is to finish the CDT. So if I don't have time to think about these traumas that I've had in my life, and I don't have time to tell you guys, that I am not getting my number one goal and my second goal in. And I think that's something that Alex has been improving on. I think once he is able to just let go and not have to be in control of those things, things will start happening at a smoother pace, and things will start happening faster, and we would probably be going faster. I have a tendency to have resilience when somebody tries to make me do something. Whether I do it on purpose or not, I do it. So if somebody wants to keep pushing me to go forward, I'm going to resist and not. So that's something that I'm working on, but that's what this hike is about, is healing and working on yourself.
So I'm on my own now. Amy just left. I'm going to hang out in town for a few more hours, and we're actually planning on doing this section alone this time. It's not for any bad reasons. I think we both kind of agree that hiking alone has its own benefits, and we should be doing some of that on this hike. So we're kind of partying on good terms this time, and we're just going to hike to Leadville on our own. It's only about 40 miles, so it's a nice short section. and then we're gonna meet up at the end of it and then hitch into town. So Amy's on the trail right now, while I'm still in town enjoying some good food. Echo's getting some good food too. Good stuff, Echo. Come on, Echo. It's just me and Echo in this section. Feels a little bit weird. It's kind of lonely already. I know Echo is a little bit confused. She keeps looking back and waiting for Amy and Minnow to show up. But they're ahead of us. We've been talking about this for a while, that we think it would be beneficial for us to do some hiking alone. It's something that I've always believed in, is that there are processes that happen when you're hiking alone that just don't happen when you're hiking with somebody else. And we both believe that it's important to spend that alone time. That's when you can really kind of dive into your own psyche and really spend some time with yourself. Even when we're hiking together, we do get alone time. We're not always hiking right behind each other, but you're always kind of thinking about the other person and where they are and when you're going to see them and all that kind of stuff. So I think it is important for us to do some hiking by ourselves. So it's going to be interesting. We've been with each other basically 24/7 for the past almost 3 months. Now we're going to be by ourselves. Kind of lonely having this big tent all to ourselves, just me and Echo. You get so used to doing everything with somebody. As soon as they're gone, everything feels different. Something's missing. I hope Amy's doing alright. Hope she's staying dry. She's using one of my old one-person tents, which can be kind of finicky and kind of a pain to set up. If you don't set it up just right, it can leak. I decided to take a side trip off of the CDT to climb Mount Elbert, which is the tallest mountain in Colorado. I'll get up real early tomorrow. Might try and make it to the peak for the sunrise. That would be pretty cool. We'll see how dedicated I am for that though. But I'll be able to leave my camp here and then slack pack, which means that I'll just be carrying food and water. So my pack will be nice and light. Get up to the peak and then come back down the same trail, pack up camp, and then get back on the CDT. Good morning from the tallest point in Colorado, tallest point in the whole Rocky Mountains, and only the second tallest point in the continental US, second only to Mount Whitney in California. What do you think, Echo? You're the tallest dog in the Rockies right now. It's still dark out. I got up at 3 in the morning and started climbing, and it's about 5:30 right now. Sun's just about to come up, and it has been cold. For some reason I didn't bring pants. Definitely regretting that decision. There's a cool little rock shelter up here, so I'll be hanging out in that while I time-lapse the sunrise. Unfortunately, doesn't look like there's gonna be much of a sunrise. It's pretty cloudy. But I'm up here. It's cold, it's hard to breathe, but it's pretty cool.
It's been raining all morning. But it's been kind of nice. I don't have anybody waiting for me. I don't have anybody riding behind me. I have my poncho, which I absolutely love. It's been keeping us dry. Well, me dry. I have my superhero, and I'm her sidekick. Yes, she's Batman. I'm Robin. I also wanted to practice some expressing gratitude. We tend to get wrapped up in the negative aspects of things. That's where we learn, that's where we grow. But it's super important to express gratitude too. And I just want to talk about Alex a little bit. He is an amazing man. He is very patient with me. He's kind-hearted. He works hard. When we're walking these trails, if we have to carry extra water, he usually carries the extra weight. He usually cooks dinner. He feeds the dogs. He has just done a lot. And he's also kind of lightening up a bit. He kind of is always serious all the time, and lately he's been kind of being joking and having fun. And that's really nice to see too. I've never had somebody support me as much as he supports me. Before I left on this trip, I've told a couple people he's like my fairy tale. And he is my fairy tale. He supports me. He's typically patient with me. I mean, we're all human. We break those patience sometimes. And I just need to remember those things. I need to hold on to those things more so when we are not doing so well. I have a lot of baggage, and he has been super patient through all of that. And willing to help. Sometimes I don't need the help. Sometimes I just need the support. And I think that's just what men do. They just like to help and fix things. But I hope we can figure this, whatever this is, out that we have. And if we can, we're going to have one of the strongest foundations out of anybody I've ever known. And we can build anything off of that. I'm very easy to let people go out of my life because of all of the stuff that I've been through. And I'm easy to cut the cord. And I don't want to be that way with Alex. So I'm trying to find that balance of my self-worth and holding on to something really good. Because he's really good. You think so, man? You think Alex is really good? Minnow adores him too. I think we'll get there. Hopefully we both can hang on to that patience and remember the good when we're stuck in the bad.
I like to think that I'm a pretty positive person, a glass half full kind of attitude. I like to see the bright side of things, but there is no bright side to walking in the rain. It just sucks, especially when you're doing it all day. This isn't the brief thunderstorm that lasts for half an hour. This is just an all-day soaker that we're going through right now. Maybe if I had to pick a bright side, it's days like this that make you appreciate the sunlight. The sun was out for like 10 minutes earlier and I just stood in one of the sun rays. Felt really good.
We have some blue sky and some sun peeking through. Yay!
But for now, all I can do is trudge on. After being in the rain all day, sitting by a fire just does something for the morale. This makes me so happy.
The other night, like maybe last week sometime, I could not sleep. And I've been contemplating on sharing the reason why. And I've decided that I am going to share because that's one of the reasons why I'm out here. To tell my story and to help others who have been through some similar situations. It's not easy. It's very personal. It's embarrassing, but accepting the situations that have happened to you, I think, is part of the healing process. So, it's time to start healing. What was going through my mind the other night was the sexual abusive situations that I have been in. And it started the first time I can remember. I was 3, maybe very early on 4. I was taking a bath, and this individual came into the bathtub with me. And made me perform some sexual activities. And if I didn't, that my parents would be very upset with me. That was the earliest time that I can remember. The next time I was probably maybe 7 years old. And this individual would always hug me and tell me that I was their lover, and would always have me rub like sunscreen on him. And this one time we were at the park and we were swinging, and he wanted to play the spider game, which is where 2 people are on one swing and the legs of each person are going in the opposite direction, so you're kind of just rocking back and forth, I guess, and trying to get as high as you can. And he got sexually aroused and wouldn't let me off of his lap until he was done. And later on, I was at my dad's friend's house with my dad, and he called me into the kitchen and had asked if this person had made me do sexual activities to him in the park. And I said no. None of that happened. I don't know why I said no. Maybe I was embarrassed. I don't know why. The next one was when I was a freshman in high school. I had a boyfriend, and one night we were watching TV and he wanted to have sex, and I had said no. So he pinned me down on my stomach and rid up against me until he was done. He held me down with enough force to put bruises on each side of my wrists. And after he was all done, he rolled over and kept apologizing to me. And I just laid there. I didn't move, I didn't say anything. And once I had felt that he fell asleep, I got up and I ran into my dad's room. I could have yelled, I could have made noise, I could have done something to make everybody around me know something wrong was happening. And I don't know why I didn't make any noise. It's kind of like a deer stuck in the headlights kind of thing. I don't know. The last one I can remember is I was at the bar with my friends and this individual slapped my butt really hard and then grabbed it. I had actually said something. I said, no, that's inappropriate. You're not allowed to do that. What was very nice about that situation was one of my very good friends, one of my best friends that I've made recently, told me to go to the bathroom. When she found out, she told me to go to the bathroom. And I said, okay. So I went to the bathroom, and when I came out, she laid into him. Really laid into him, and I just never really had anybody stand up for me in a situation like any situation, I guess. Those were the situations that came to my mind. And I'm trying to figure out how that changed my course of life and what damaging effects it had on me. All those situations were family members, they were friends, they were boyfriends, they were bosses, they were babysitters, all these people that I'm supposed to be able to trust, and that's not the case. And I'm still trying to figure out how that affects me mentally. I've never, really told a lot of people, or anybody, besides Alex, I guess. All of those situations. And now I'm telling whoever is going to watch this. That's pretty scary. But hopefully it helps me heal. Maybe it'll help somebody else in the future. And hopefully I get some sleep tonight.
I found a sign of Amy. She's that way. I'm hot on her trail.
I think we're gonna see Alex today. Yay! And Echo. Are you excited to see Echo, man? You excited? No? Yeah?
Something tells me I'm getting a little bit closer to Amy. Not quite sure what it is. It's just a feeling.
I forgot my tripod. There it is. Had to go back about 1.5 miles, but it's there.
Look out. The trail is getting warmer.
I think Minnow smells Alex and Echo. She keeps turning around. It's kind of like cheating. Min, you smell Alex?
My expert tracking senses say that this says money shot plus Barney forever. She's not being very subtle anymore. Did you find your mom, Echo? Hey! I'm in! Minnow! Hi! My super sophisticated tracking senses have led me to you.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Didn't need any signs in the dirt to find you.
Is she excited?
Yep. It's been so long.
Minnie and Echo think so.
Yeah, really.
Hi. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Oh, hi, Becky. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. What did you do? What did you do?
That's the sound that means that we're almost into town. We're approaching Tennessee Pass, where we're gonna hitch ride into Leadville.
Hi. To the untrained eye, this room may look like
A total pigsty?
but what is it?
It's a drying rack, actually.
Things have just exploded. Charging station. Charging station. Things drying. Things drying. Things drying. Things drying everywhere. When you finally get your own space in about over a month, walking in the rain all the time, this is what happens. Right, Ick? You get your own bed? Yeah. Man? You get your own bed? Yeah.